Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this skirt. So a lot of people have been asking me to show how to make it, even if like in form of illustration. So we're going to be doing that. So guys, basically whatever fabric you're going to be working with, you're going to take it the way it is, like one piece like this, right? And then you're going to take it and fold it into two. So you're going to be folding it into two, wide enough to contain your measurements. So now the measurements you are going to need for this video is basically your waist. So let's say your waist measurement, let's say it is 28, right? And then you need extra 2 inches for your zipper, because remember, when you go to put in your zipper, you normally use 1 inch on this side, 1 inch on this other side, and then when you fold it into two this way, your zip goes in between. So that is the 2 inches for your zipper, 1 inch on each side. So let's say the total will now be 30, right? Your waist measurement, round your waist where you wear your skirt, plus 2 inches for the zipper that will be at the back. Because if you look at the front of this skirt, you'll find that the button doesn't open. It's just for fancy. So 2 inches plus 28, that's 30. So now the waist measurement you're working with is 30. So after we folded our fabric into two, what we're going to do is this 30 inches, we are going to divide it by this 30, we are going to be dividing it by 3.14. No matter who you're working with, no matter if the person is like plus 2XL, 3XL, any measurement the person is, whatever you get after the waist plus 2, just divide it by 3.14, because we are cutting half a circle, right? So this is the constant for cutting half a circle. You must divide it by 3.14. So now what I'm going to do is this 30, I'll divide it by 3.14. Whatever I get, right, I'm going to place it. So let's say you divide it and then you have maybe, let's say 10 inches or whatever you have, maybe 9 inches. So you're going to take your tape and place it at the point of the fold. So where after you folded your fabric into two, this is the angle here, right? Remember, your fabric will go down even further than this. So you're going to now add your 9 inches or whatever the measurement is after this. You divided the 30 by the 3.14. You're going to just go in, put in your tape this way and place it. And just keep marking it, 9 inches, 9 inches, 9 inches, 9 inches, or 7 inches, 7 inches, or 10 inches, 10 inches, 13, whatever it is, you mark it. Now you've created the waist for your skirt, right? So now the next measurement you're going to be inserting is the length of the skirt. So you're going to measure from your waist to the knee, to below the knee, wherever that is. So let's say that is 22, right? Whatever the length is, you need to add at least one inch to it to fold the edge, right? Because remember, you still need 2 inches of band. So let's say the length I want my skirt to be is 22. I need 2 inches of band. So that will be, I'll remove 2 inches from this. So I'll be left with 20, because I'm calculating my band, right? So this is my skirt is this, but then I have 2 inches of band at the top, right? So I'm going to subtract my band, and then the rest is going to be the skirt. So let's say from here to here is the 2 inches for the band. The rest of the skirt will be 20 inches in length, right? So that 20 inches, I'm going to add 1 inch to it. This 1 inch is going to be to fold the edge of my skirt. And then I'm going to also add half an inch to it. This half an inch is going to be to join the waist to the band. So that's, in total, you're going to be adding 1.5 inches to whatever is left after you've subtracted what you need for the band, if that makes sense. So now you're going to take that measurement also and add it to the end of the skirt. So let's say after you've done everything, that the measurement you have left now, so imagine this to be the 20 inches, right? So you're going to go ahead and now start marking it. But in order for you to be able to mark it, just place your tape from one leg under this part where you've marked the angle here. Place your tape there and then add in whatever length you need. Mark where it is. And then this will help me calculate the total length I need, because it will be better for you to mark from this point here the length of your skirt than to put it down here on each angle and mark the length all the way around. This part here, you would distribute the length better than putting it down here. So it's better for you to just put it here. Now I know that the 20 I need is somewhere around here, right? So I'm just going to now take up my tape here and just add everything together. Know, okay, if I add what I need plus this part of the skirt, it's going to land me at, let's say, 28. So I know that I'm going to be marking 28 all the way around. So once that is done, you're going to go ahead. First of all, after you've marked, maybe you've gotten something that looks like 2 semicircles is what it's going to be looking like. So you cut out the first one, cut out the second one. So guys, you see what I was saying. So I tried to transfer it to a smaller fabric. So basically you're going to have your waist, you have the other one. So now we are going to go ahead and cut. So guys, once you've cut out this now, I'm going to go ahead and separate it. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this into 2 like this, right? So guys, this is because once you cut it into 2, this is going to be the center part, because we are going to be adding a placket to it, right, to make that button part. I know you're thinking how we're going to do that, but in the meantime, we are also going to go ahead and fold this again this way. Guys, I know when you're making it in a bigger fabric, you might find it a little bit difficult, but just go along with me. So first you split the center, or even before you split the center, just fold it into 2. That way you know now it's into 4, right? Just so you know where the side seam is. Or if you can't fold it into 4, just go ahead and take your tape, measure the center part, right? And just don't forget to remove the 1 inch for your zipper, because the zip is coming at the back, right? And then you're going to divide whatever you have here, divide it into 2. We're just trying to find out where the side is on this. That's the whole point. Just to, if you can eyeball it, that's fine. Just to know where our side is going to be. So once we've determined this is our side, right, and then this is the back that has the 1 inch of zipper allowance here for the center back, what we're going to do next is the same measurement again. We're going to measure round our waist, but this time we need just half of it, right? We need just half of the waist because we need to cut the second flounce. So I'm going to be using a totally different fabric for this to measure. What you're going to have here is basically half of your waist. That is half of that 30. It should be around 15 if your waist was 30. You understand that calculation we had before? So basically half of it is what you're going to need. So you're going to take that half now, and then you're going to that half again. I'm going to divide it. So let's say, you know, when we did the 28 plus 2 and we got 30, right? So half of this 30 now, which is half of this waistline, is what we are going to be using, which is going to be 15. But we are going to divide it again by 3.14 to cut the second flounce that will be on top of this skirt. 3.14 again. So whatever you get, so let's say you divide it and you get I'm just going to, for the sake of this video, I'm going to say, let's say I got 3. Guys, this is just a random number that I'm throwing out there. Divide your own. I know your number would be much more, but you know I'm doing this in a miniature version, so just bear with me, but you understand what I'm saying. So basically half of your waist again is what you're going to be working with now, but divide it again by 3.14 because we're trying to cut a flounce, something that looks like a flounce but is also like skirt, right? So now whatever you get, you're going to place back your tape again. If it's 7 that you got, place your tape, mark 7. If it's 5 that you got, place your tape, mark 5, 6, whatever it is, mark it. And then you're going to measure the longest length you want it to be. So you're going to place your tape in front of your skirt. Maybe your skirt is below your knee, and then you want the flounce to be the length of the skirt in front. You remember this is going to be the center front of the skirt. Maybe you want the flounce to start from somewhere here, right? Maybe just mid-thigh on you, because remember, as the flounce is going to the back, it's going to reduce length. As it's going towards the back, it's going to reduce length. So but what we are going to start with is the longest. So let's say this part here now is the longest. Like let's say it's about 6 inches. What I'm going to do, the same way we marked before, I'm going to come down here, mark that 6 inches, right? And then I'm going to take up my tape again. I know where the 6 inches is now, so I'm going to use it, add the two of them together and just use it again to mark it all the way to the back like this, right? Once you finish marking it, just like how you cut the other one, you're going to go ahead and cut this again. So I'm going to be cutting both the upper part and the lower part. So guys, what we did before is just what we are doing again. So now after cutting it, we remove one. So you're going to separate your skirt into 2 now, because it's just one side that will have that flounce. So this is, let's say this is on the right, this is on the other side. This one side now, you're going to take that skirt. You see why we decided to do half half of your waistline, because we are going to use this here to make like get flay like pleats on top of it, getting to half of where the waist of our skirt is. You understand? That's why you need halfway through the skirt, not like going all the way to the back. It has to stop. Like, that's why we marked to know where the side of our skirt is going to be. So this pleat that we are making will stop at halfway through this side. But in the meantime, the center is going to be aligned directly to the center. You understand? The center is going to be inside of this part here. So now what you're going to do is this outer part, the part that you want to be out here, you're going to measure the length, how you want to reduce it. Maybe you want to reduce it by 4 inches. So what you're going to do is you're going to take it this way. Maybe you want to reduce it by 4. So you're going to go ahead and mark 4 inches and blend it in. You're going to have to freehand it because there's no other way. Because remember, you have to shorten one side of it, right? So you've shortened it now this way, going towards the front. So you can't shorten it all the way to the front. So now that we've shortened it, so if I go ahead now and put this here and decide to make my flounce, you see, it's going to form in such a way that, you see what it looks like now. I've formed a flounce that will look like this on one side of the skirt. And then all you have to do is, before you finish it, you're going to sew this edge here, like how you fold the normal edge of your clothes. Put it down here and then hold down the waist. So go ahead, make a stitch here just to hold this down in the meantime, and then we'll come back and put in our placket. So guys, you see how we did it here. We've used that extra that we made is just for us to be able to pleat it on top of each other. So you see how step by step our flay just formed on top of this, right? So if I fold this into 2 now, you see it's looking already like that skirt on the thumbnail. It's something like this, stopping by the side, right? You can bring yours down, just calculate how you want yours to be, right? So now, and don't forget, before you even stitch to the end, this side here, you don't have to hem it because it's going into the placket that will form the button. But this other side here, you have to fold it and hem it like how you hem the end of your clothes, right? Because this part here, you will still fold the edges here. You still hem the edge here with 1 inch of seam allowance. That's one thing you also have to consider. You see, I've done one side of the placket. I'm trying to use different colors here so you guys would understand, like you could tell the difference. So this here is one side of the placket. Basically what I did is cut a fabric that is about 3 inches of width or 2.5 of width. Fold it into 2 like this. Place it on top of one edge of your placket, of one edge of the skirt, especially the center part of the skirt is what I want to say. And then use 1/2 inch to sew it down. Once you're done, turn it over. You can even top stitch it so that one, it will hold it down perfectly, or you can go ahead and iron it. Another way you can do it is, if you don't want to sew it this way, you want to hide your seam, you can go ahead, tuck in 1/2 inch on this side, 1/2 inch on this side, and then take this here 1/2 inch inside of it, and then use this other 1/2 inch to cover it. That way it will look even better, it will look neat. Both of them will still give you the same result. It's just that this one you have the seam out here, but this one you have the seam hidden inside of the band, right? Anyone that works for you is okay. So basically I'm going to just use this method and do the other side. So I'm just going to go ahead, fold this into 2 this way. The length is just going to be as long as your skirt will need, is what you need. So I'm going to go ahead, fold this again, sew it down. So guys, you see the two plackets. Now you're going to place it on each other this way, and then I'm going to just hem it at the top part here just to hold it down, and then you can use your button to hold it down, guys. Or another thing you can do is just to go ahead and stitch it at this edge here to hold it down before placing your button. That way it won't be gaping. But remember to leave at least 4 to 5 inches at the end before you get to the end, just for the slit in front, right? And then you go ahead and make a band, just enough to go around your waist. Remember the waist measurement you had here, that 30. Make a band that is that long, and then the width is going to be about 5 inches, so that when you fold it into 2, remember 5 inches that is folded into 2 will give you 2.5 here, 2.5 here, and then you're going to use 1/2 inch to tuck in on the edge here, and then 1/2 inch to tuck in on the edge here. That way we'll be left with that 2 inches that we calculated initially as the waistband for the skirt, right? And then you're going to go from one edge here like this, put this in between like this, and sew it all the way around, all the way around. Remember that when you get to this center part, you're going to be sewing it completely closed. this side of the placket on top of the other one sewn close all the way to the back. And then when we get to the center back is now where we'll now add the zipper on this side, and then also 1 inch on this other side that is going in as our zip at the back. So guys, you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna head and iron this down. So guys, if I wanted to add a button now, one here, just like that, all the way down, you see? So that's basically, and then you're going to leave about 5 inches at the end here and fold the edge of your skirt. You see the flounce is on one side like this, but by the center is sewn in, but by the edge you're going to hem it down, and it stops right by the side of your skirt, which is exactly what is on the thumbnail, and then it tapers down just like that. Open it up, it looks something like this, guys. If I open it up, it looks something like this. But then when I close it up, all I have to do is just to go ahead and close this and add in my zipper, and that's basically how you do it. So use 1 inch on this side and then 1 inch on this other side, and then your zip is going to fit right in the middle, and that's basically how you make it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Guys, please like, share and subscribe. Bye.